ItsGamerRach, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing some Sims 4 fun facts that very few people know. So if you're an experienced Sims 4 player like myself, then this could be a fun way to test your knowledge, and if you're new to The Sims, then this video could be a fun way to teach you some new challenges and hacks within the games, like how to make your Sim become a plant, or how to figure out if your Sim is left or right-handed. So let's jump into our first fun fact. So the first fun fact is something you might have suspected, and it's Simlish isn't a completely made-up language. So anyone who's ever played The Sims will know that the Sims speak in a unique language called Simlish, which basically just sounds like random garble to us. But what some Simmers don't know is that there's a method to the madness when it comes to Simlish, since it was actually formed by taking small parts of many different real languages and mixing them together. The reason behind this is that the developers wanted to make The Sims inclusive for everyone, but dubbing The Sims voices lines in every language would have taken way too much time, so they created Simlish. Our second fact is that the game offers a lot of options for resurrecting Sims, which is very good for someone like me who has a lot of accidental deaths. And death is never final in The Sims 4, because if all else fails, you can use cheats to bring Sims back to life, which I have done. And that might not always be necessary, since The Sims 4 actually gives Simmers a lot of options to cheat death. One method is to trade with the Grim Reaper when he comes to collect your dying Sim. You can do this by having another Sim on the lot give Grim a death flower in exchange for your friend's life. You can also plead with Grim. Another fun way is to have someone from your dead Sim's household serve their ghost ambrosia, which will bring it back into the world of the living. That takes level 10 cooking skill and level 10 gourmet cooking skill, as well as quite a few odd ingredients. And one of the least well-known resurrection methods of The Sims 4 requires a Sim with a mastered, best-selling author aspiration to write a biography about a Sim before it dies. Then, after the Sim passes away, the biography can be used to bring them back. There's a lot of secret traits that your Sims can have. The Sims 4 likes to pick out traits for each one of your Sims when you create them, but each Sim also has the potential to develop a few secret traits you may not notice unless you know what to look for. One trait is that the Sim develops is either being left or right-handed, which means they'll be picked as one at random at the beginning of the game, and you can figure out if your Sim is a lefty or righty by watching which hand they use to hold their drink. Another secret trait determines whether or not your Sims like fruitcake. If they like it, they will receive a +2 happy moodlet after eating one, but if they don't, they'll get an uncomfortable moodlet instead. Nobody knows what the chances are that a Sim will develop this trait, but it doesn't happen often. And I will say the happy moodlet when you eat fruitcake is even less likely than the uncomfortable moodlet, I think, because I very rarely get the happy moodlet. Our other fact for you is that there's a grilled cheese aspiration, and all of my Sims 2 Simmers out there will remember the grilled cheese aspiration. But although it wasn't originally a part of The Sims 4, it is now. Some people just don't know about it because it was kind of well hidden within the game. In order to pull it off, you'll need to get your Sim to cook a party-sized plate of grilled cheese and then eat 3 of the sandwiches in a row. Then you should get a pop-up that the grilled cheese aspiration has been unlocked. Trust me, the trouble you'll have to go through is worth it, because the reward for mastering the grilled cheese aspiration is actually the ability to summon grilled cheese out of nowhere and eat it. It's perfect for a Sim that wants a snack on the go, and also just really good if you're doing a 100 baby challenge. The Sims have complicated romantic relationships in the game. Sims have a lot of feelings, especially when it comes to their relationships with others. Some of them are really clear, such as when 2 Sims are madly in love, and the relationship label reflects that by saying soulmates. But sometimes chaos ensues, and Sims can end up with rare relationship labels, such as enemies with benefits, and it's very complicated. If you're interested in trying to get these labels for your Sims, then you need to know that the enemies with benefits requires your Sims to have a negative friendship level with a high romantic one. And its very complicated label occurs when the Sims have the opposite, high friendship and negative romance. I will say enemies with benefits isn't one I often get, because I can't hardly make my Sims be mean to each other. It offends me for them. Sims can be turned into plant hybrids. And this will be our last fact. Plant hybrids have been in The Sims since the very beginning, so staying true to the lore of the series, The Sims 4 also has this feature. And to make things even better, you can transform Sims into, well, plant Sims in the base game. No annoying expansion pack required, which for most things The Sims 4 does require, so you're very lucky with this one. All you have to do is increase a Sim's gardening skill to level 10, buy the rare plant seeds until you get all 6 magic beans, buy a magical plant sim stump, place the magical beans in the stump, water the stump, and watch a tree grow. Then you'll need to travel through the tree's portal several times until your sim finds the forbidden fruit of the plant sim. After that, you can either plant the fruit to produce multiples of it, or simply eat it and become, drumroll please, a plant sim. Unfortunately, after all that work, Sims only stay plant hybrids for a few days, which is how they came up with the plant scenario that they did a while ago, where you could be a plant sim for a while and see if you could survive. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new about The Sims along the way. And be sure to tell me how many of these fun facts you already knew, and how many did you get right if you already knew a couple of them and you're a very experienced simmer like myself. I happen to know all of these because I play a lot, but maybe some of you guys don't. Plus, if you know any of the well-kept Sim secrets that I didn't include in this video, please share them with the group in the comments. Also, make sure to follow me if you enjoy Sims content, because it is my specialty. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!